Hi there, everyone. Hayden here with a quick update for fans of the Football for Life show podcast. Um, you all know me as Wheelie, of course, and I'm looking a little bit more disheveled today. But I wanted to basically reflect on the news that Liverpool have signed Ibrahima Konaté from RB Leipzig for a fee of around £36 million sterling. Um, and yeah, I just wanted to give you my thoughts on it. So I have some articles up here. Um, Bear with me a second because I lost my place. Yeah. So from the Liverpool Echo, there's an article talking about how Ibrahima Konaté might not have been the biggest name in the. Hang on. So speaking from the BBC, this is the article. It says Liverpool have agreed to sign centre back Ibrahima Konaté from RB Leipzig for £35 million on a long-term deal. The French defender has passed his medical and agreed personal terms, with his move subject to international clearance and a UK work permit. That should all just be very fine. Uh, quick a quick process. We've been talking to him for quite a while. This has been an ongoing process, as reported by James Pearce and Fabrizio Romano and a few others, especially coming out of both Liverpool and out of Germany, with all the official announcements coming out today and the sort of the player unveils being announced on Twitter and Instagram and on the players' Instagram and things like that. So the article says the French defender, 22, has passed his medical and agreed personal terms, again, with international clearance and a work permit. He says, "It's a really exciting moment for me and my family," said Konaté, whose contract will run from the 1st of July. Konaté is part of the French squad for the UEFA European Under-21s Championship, which starts on Monday. The defender, who started his career in France with Sochaux, made 21 appearances for RB Leipzig this season as they finished second in the Bundesliga. Right now, my focus is on the Under-21 European Championships with France. But after this competition, I know I'll be joining one of the best teams in the world, and that gives me a great feeling. His arrival would bolster a backline which suffered with the long-term injury absences of centre-back Virgil van Dijk and Gomez and Matip as well during the season. Fabinho and Jordan Henderson were used as makeshift central defenders, as we all know, whilst Liverpool ended the campaign with the centre-back pairing of Nathaniel Phillips and Reece Williams, both 24 and 20 years of age, respectively. And we still miraculously secured a Champions League spot with a win over Crystal Palace on the final day of the season, as they finished third in the Premier League, which still blows my mind as such an achievement. Like, we've pulled up an absolute miracle this year. The deal for Konaté means that Liverpool, though, will reject the chance to sign defender Ozan Kabak on a permanent basis. The Reds had an option to sign the 21-year-old Kabak for 18 million with add-ons as part of the loan deal, which brought him to Anfield in January. They told the Turkish international of their intentions before the news of Konaté's deal, and he is now speaking to other clubs, including Leipzig. They were looking at him for maybe being an option for them. Now, in terms of what does this mean as a deal? So there's a lot of people saying, because we were linked for a very long time with Dayo Upamecano, and there was many people saying, well, if we don't get him, then what are we going to do? He's such a good defender. He's so highly rated. Bayern are looking at him, all these really big clubs. And in the end, he went to Bayern. But speaking on the Liverpool Echo website, in an article written by Chris Beasley, there's an update, and it says why Konaté might be a better deal than Upamecano. And he basically makes the argument that whilst Ibrahima Konaté may not have been the biggest name in the RB Leipzig squad this season, that in fact, sorry, there's a weird advert on this page and I can't get rid of it. Might not have been the biggest name in the RB Leipzig squad last season. That in fact he could well have been manager Julian Nagelsmann's best favorite option. And he says that there's many reasons to think that Liverpool have moved for another bargain. He says, the article says, right, okay, so it says here, the Echo spoke to Scouted Football's Joe Donoghue, who writes on young talents coming through around Europe, to pick out the best players to watch and those who might one day be of interest to Liverpool, with the 22-year-old among them. And Donoghue said, there has always been lots made of Dyer Upamecano, who has also been at RB Leipzig alongside Konaté and also Ozan Kabak, who they have had on loan from Schalke, where he will now return, Donoghue explained. But Konaté's defensive fundamentals are there. While sometimes we have seen a few nicks to Upamecano's defensive games, particularly in the Champions League fixtures, with Konaté there will be fewer 9 out of 10 performances, but there will be fewer 4 out of 10 performances that you might get with Upamecano. And I think we noticed that, in the games that Liverpool played against RB Leipzig across those 2-legged fixtures this year, Upamecano was the reason that his inconsistency and the rapid variation in his performance level from minute to minute, from half to half, from game to game was so drastic. And, it did really remarkably show a lot of people that, like, okay, is this guy actually the real deal, or is he just really unnecessarily hyped, And I think there's something really interesting to be said for Konaté, who ultimately didn't play those games. He was on the bench. I think he was an unused sub. And so there is a bit of an unknown quantity with him. But obviously, if you just look at some of the compilation videos around Europe, things like that, he is a very good player. Let me see if I can find out some more information here. So on Konaté signing himself, the manager spoke, and he said, Connor O'Neill writes, Jurgen Klopp is confident Ibrahima Konaté has the quality to improve Liverpool and challenge for a place in his side's starting lineup. The Reds boss told LiverpoolFC.com, I'm really pleased we've been able to add a player of Ibrahima's quality to our squad, and he is someone I've admired for a long time, ever since I became aware of his potential when he was at Sochaux. Sochaux. After the problems we've had with injuries in the centre position last season, there was no doubt it was clear that it was an area of the team that we needed to strengthen. But and then obviously because he's a legend, but I have to say that the job Nat, Reece, and Ozan did was incredible. Unbelievable, really. In Ibrahima, we are signing a player who will add to the quality we already have here. His physical attributes are very impressive. He's quick, he is strong, and he is dominant in the air. He comes to us playing more than 90 times for Leipzig in the Bundesliga and European football. I'm sure that number would have been more, but for some injuries. But even so, that means... So, sorry, I had quite a small technical thing there. He said, but even so, that means he has experience of what it takes to compete in 2 outstandingly difficult competitions. He also played for a team in the Champions League in high-pressure matches who have a similar football vision to ourselves. I'm confident that we are signing a player who can play for us right away, but he is a boy of 22 years of age who has room to improve because of his massive potential. I know that's something he is eager to work with us on to become an even better player. For me, that's really exciting because I have seen how good he is already, and I'm looking forward to working with him when he joins up with us in pre-season. More from Liverpool and Konaté. Liverpool's club statement adds, Konaté will move to Anfield after 4 seasons in the Bundesliga with Leipzig, where he made 95 appearances and scored 4 goals. He also clocked up 8 run-outs in the Champions League with the German club. Prior to switching to Die Rotten Bullen, the centre-back made his breakthrough into senior football at Chaussee after graduating through their academy. Konaté is currently with France's under-21 squad for the European champs. To date, he has 12 caps for his country at that level. And his squad number at Liverpool will be confirmed in due course. Yeah. He said, it's really exciting moment for me and my family, and I am really looking forward to meeting my new teammates, the staff, and getting started on this new chapter. In elsewhere news, we've been linked to Tielemans. There was a rumor earlier today that apparently Liverpool had made contact with representatives of AC Milan midfielder Hakan Çalhanoğlu. According to Calcio Mercato, the Reds are in talks with the agent of the Turkey international, whose contract expires at the end of next month, and we could get him as a free agent. But yeah, no, at the moment this is brilliant. We've got Konaté now. He's basically the deal's completed now, but like he's expected to be fully completed in the next 48 hours. So I guess that's when you'll get the LFC TV interview, that sit down one-on-one. You'll see him in the kit. You'll see him sign the contract. That probably will happen in the next 18, 24, 48 hours. And it will be the first major signing of the season. So that's it. That's the video. That's the updated video I wanted to give everyone. Hope that's okay. Yes. Sorry for the technical glitch in between, but yes, as of July 1st, Ibrahima Konaté is a Liverpool player. As of today, he's a Liverpool player. This is a very exciting period. I think this gives us a lot of options going forward, especially having both, now him and someone like Gomez that we can partner with Van Dijk, and we can get them. And we now just have so many more combinations. It's really exciting, and it's always nice to see a big. I guess this is the point in which we've got to with football. It's just sort of there's a thrill of the chase, and then there's a thrill of that final announcement. And I think that's what we have. We have a £35 million announcement and a new player, and that's brilliant. So thank you all for watching this quick update. Have a good day. Bye.